Chapter 17. Celestial Identity Beyond One Lifetime Astrology, Race, Gender, and the Soul's Multiversal Avatars. You are not your labels, you are your light, but your soul chooses the labels it needs to grow. Halo Readings. Across timelines, you've likely lived lives in different bodies, cultures, genders, and realities. In one timeline, you may be a black woman from Atlanta in 2025. In another, a Persian healer in 900 CE. In another still, a non-binary scientist on a colony in a future you haven't imagined. These expressions are not random. They are vessels of resonance, avatars chosen by your soul to activate specific karma, growth, and purpose. This chapter explores how your astrological chart reflects chosen identity themes, how to track race, gender, culture, and soul expression in astrology, the roles of the ascendant, moon, nodes, and Venus-Mars polarity, how your chart reveals your soul's preferred identities across timelines. What is celestial identity? Celestial identity is the vibrational configuration your soul prefers to embody at a given point in its evolution. It includes gender expression, racial ethnic lineage, cultural framework, social role, physical style, aesthetic, and frequency. These expressions are not fixed. They are tools the soul uses to develop specific spiritual, emotional, and karmic capacities. Identity as a multiversal constant. In each timeline, your soul codes show up differently depending on environment, family, politics, era, assigned or chosen race, gender, planetary dignity or repression, social opportunity versus restriction. But across timelines, patterns remain. Astrology reveals these patterns, not the costume, but the code beneath the costume. Key astrological indicators of soul identity. 1. The ascendant, rising sign. Determines your avatar layer, how you interface with your current timeline. Indicates how your soul wants to be seen and embodied. Ascendant timeline avatar themes. Aries, warrior, pioneer, masculine coding regardless of gender, Taurus, earth being, sensualist, often coded female or Venusian Gemini fluid identity. Possible non-binary, dual-gender coding, Cancer, matriarchal coding, ancestral work, motherhood themes, Leo royal, creator, visible identity in any culture. Virgo service-based identities, modest roles, analytical bodies, Libra diplomats, artist avatars, beauty-centered personas, Scorpio death worker, taboo breaker, often marginalized identities, Sagittarius wanderer, mystic, hybrid-coded ethnicities, Capricorn authority-coded lives, systemic leadership, father themes, Aquarius queer-coded, nonconformist, mixed identity timelines, Pisces mystic, fluid, veiled identity, can live behind masks or in altered states. 2. Moon sign. Shows your emotional memory, including gendered experiences across timelines. Tells you what kinds of families or cultures your soul tends to reincarnate through examples. Moon in Cancer. Rebirth through matrilineal lineages. Moon in Aries. Masculine-coded emotional imprint regardless of current gender. Moon in Sagittarius, migratory soul paths, often tied to diaspora experiences. 3. Lunar nodes. South node, past life identity baggage. North node, your future soul expression. Together, they form your identity evolution arc. Example, South node in Capricorn, rigid gender roles, stoic cultural coding. North node in Cancer, softness, emotion, maternal healing. This soul is moving from external structure to internal identity. 4. Venus and Mars, polarity. The Venus-Mars dynamic in your chart often reflects your core gender essence. Not necessarily how you appear, but how you move energetically. Example, Venus in Aries, plus Mars in Libra. A soul coded with feminine energy in action and masculine energy in intimacy. This often shows up in queer-coded fluid or reversed roles across lifetimes, the astrology of race and cultural coding. Although astrology doesn't define race, your chart can reflect patterns of incarnation across racial and ethnic identities, especially when paired with fourth house, ancestral memory, IC, root coding, earth frequency, Pluto, generational trauma, oppression, power struggle memory, indicators of ancestral coding, Cancer, Scorpio, Capricorn placements, intense ancestral weight, IC in mutable signs, mixed heritage, migratory lineage, moon or nodes in fixed signs, deep-rooted ethnic or tribal identity, Pluto aspects to IC nodes, trauma-laced identity, forced displacement. These can reveal timelines where you lived as a colonized people, a tribal elder, a code-switching healer, a hidden mystic, gender or race exiled identity across timelines. You might discover that your chart supports both feminine and masculine polarities, that your soul often chooses black, brown, indigenous or diasporic vessels for spiritual mastery through survival, that you tend to switch bodies but not archetypes, e.g. always a healer, no matter the race or gender. Your rising sign, nodes, and planetary rulerships do not define you, but they reveal the roles your soul keeps returning to in order to master them. Integration practice, avatar recollection, use. During moon transits your 1st or 12th house, Pluto aspects ascendant. During Venus-Mars transits 1, sit with your natal chart and 1-2 parallel charts 2. Breathe into your body and ask, what vessel have I lived in before? What did I carry? What did I lose? 3. Journal. Who was I across time? What versions of me were erased or hidden? What power do I carry because of what I've lived? 4. Write your own identity affirmation. Across timelines I have been. In this life, I choose to be. I honor all of me. Final thought. You are not your current identity, but your current identity is sacred. It was chosen by your soul, by your chart, by the divine design that threads through every timeline you've ever touched. You have been many faces, many names, many truths. Your chart is the portal through which all of them remember each other. Coming up next. In Chapter 18, Epilogue, The Soul's Quantum Journey, we reflect on what you've uncovered, activate final integration, and offer a powerful affirmation and ritual for continuing your multiversal path with clarity and purpose.